Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about blushes. So I'm gonna present you some different formulas, the ones that I have in my collection, and as well some that I did declutter or some that I actually did finish up. So let's start with the ones that I don't have right now. The first one is the Fenty Cream Blush. I finished one of these and then I decluttered two because right now I'm not that into cream blushes. I love cream bronzer and that is practically it. Highlighter, not my favorite in liquid or cream form, and with blush as well. I do prefer a blush in a pen like this one, but they were getting older and I decluttered them. The formula 11 out of 10. It is great shades in a great incredible packaging and it's very easy to blend out. It's just a great formula overall. Then I want to mention the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush. This one I decluttered just because if you're around my skin tone and even lighter for sure, this is too pigmented and too dark for your skin tone. So it was just too dark for me. The product, it's a bit too pigmented as well. It's not that buildable formula. You are starting with a pretty dark shade from the beginning, so that's the only reason. It is glowy, glimmery, really beautiful shade, but for a darker skin tone. On me, it looked a bit like a bruise, so because of that, I did declutter it. Then we have this Essence one. It was a mess. Zero pigment. This is the other way around. It's just zero pigment. It was very light, and again, I don't have the darkest complexion. And they are struggling with the shades anyway, but this one was not pigmented, not buildable, practically useless. So I did declutter it. It is a waste of money for sure. Then we have the Essence Pure Baked Highlighter. This one I didn't like because it was still not pigmented enough, but it was very powdery. In general, drugstore is just a bit disappointing when it comes to blushes. I do have some to recommend that are absolutely lovely, but yeah, some of them, Essence for example, is not a good brand for blushes. They are just always disappointing. The products are very, very cheap, but at the same time they are awful. So this one, it was okay, usable for sure, but it was too powdery and not pigmented enough, not glowy enough, so that's the reason I decluttered it. The Makeup Revolution Super Dewy one, this was not the best. Really dewy, a bit sticky, patchy. I didn't really love it. It was pretty hard to apply. The only way was with my fingers and I just didn't like the experience. It is a squeezy tube, it's a bit messy. I really didn't enjoy it. And lastly, for the ones that I don't have right now, it is a Melt Blushlight. This is great and I think this product was before its time because it's a lovely formula. The packaging is great. I had the neutrally shimmery shade. It was stunning on the cheeks. It looked incredible, glowy but not sticky and smeary. And it was a dream, really. And I did finish it up. It was, like I said, a really good one. Let's start talking about the ones that I do have. First of all, we have this NYX Greetings from Barbieland. This is a great trio, really. The packaging is not the best, but it's kind of cute. And this one is really nice because you get two very different shades of blush. And at the same time, this highlighter is a bit of a sheer base, so you can put it on top of any of these two and create like a shimmery blush highlighter hybrid. I love this one. I think I need to use it in the next couple of days because I miss it. It is a great product. Something else from the drugstore that is decently nice is this one that I'm wearing today. It is the Air Blush Glow from Catrice. I do like a glowy blush. That is what I enjoy. This is the shade Rosy Love. This one is, for me, it's just barely passing the grade. It is pretty nice, but it smells not the best, and it's a bit not pigmented enough. I would prefer this one to be more pigmented, and I have another one that is from the drugstore but is too pigmented. So the drugstore needs to make better blushes. That is the thing. This one is nice though, so I do enjoy it. It looks natural on the skin, it looks nice, it's just a bit powdery, and I would have liked just the smallest amount of more pigment. Then I have this one, another one from Essence that is just a bit disappointing, the Baby Got Blush Liquid one. This is okay. So from all of the Essence blushes, I think this is the best one. It's a bit, if I'm applying it with a brush or with a sponge, it looks a bit patchy, so I need to use it with my finger, and it's not that pigmented, and because it is a pretty glowy product, I can't just blend it out with my finger and leave it like that. I need to just tap it a bit with the sponge or something like that, so it will remove the pigment. So not the best. I'm gonna pass this one to a friend. And lastly, from the drugstore, I have this one. It is the NYX Buttermelt blush. This is the best blush from the drugstore in my opinion. It's a bit pigmented, that is the only thing, but you can use this one with a fluffier brush and it will look divine. This is just, and it is a drugstore product. The packaging is nice, the product is lovely, so it's competing with high-end. This is my favorite blush from the drugstore. It's just a glowy dream. It's really, really nice. Let's talk about some Sephora ones. Rare Beauty, this is my favorite liquid one for sure. It's just so easy to use, looks lovely every time, and yeah, it's the only one that I'm keeping in my collection in this liquid form. It's nice, you can use it very easily with a brush. You are putting 2 dots on the cheeks, just blend it out with a brush. It looks great every time, wears nicely. It's a great one overall, but it's not my favorite format of a blush. Then I have this one from Benefit that is my absolute favorite blush. It is the shade Shellie. It is like a peachy dream. It's glowy but not emphasizing texture. It's pigmented but not too pigmented, not powdery. It's glowy but not shimmery. It's just my favorite, my perfect blush. If I would create a blush, it would be something like this probably, but not in this packaging. The packaging I don't like, but at least it's a bit less bulky than before. But the shade, the formula and everything, absolutely lovely. This one from Fenty, the newer highlighters, these are bomb.com. This is the shade Fresh Peach, the Hot Cheeks blush. Dreamy formula. This is a bit more glittery, but it's not ugly on the cheeks or something like that, but this is a bit more dramatic, a bit more pigmented, but not pigmented in a bad way. Again, not powdery. It looks just lovely. It's just melting into the skin. If I would recommend something from Sephora, are for sure these two. They are just great formulas. The Pet McGrath formula is nice as well. It's just a bit more expensive, I think, than both of those, and the packaging is just pretty boring black packaging if you are asking me, and right now for some unknown reason I can't open it. It's nice, it's lovely, great formula and everything, so I can't complain. The embossing in here is stunning as well. It is a nice one, don't get me wrong, but I think others are just a bit more impressive if you are asking me. Another one that is absolutely stunning, a bit pigmented, but you can work with this one pretty easily. It is the iconic London Kissed by the Sun. Great formula. I feel like right now, if I'm thinking about it, I think these two are decently similar, for sure not in shades, the Buttermelt with this one, because this one is creamy and melting into the skin. It's a bit pigmented, so I would say that they are similar, and this packaging is absolutely stunning. I really like this one. And then I have the Makeup Forever one. This is a bit of a satiny blush. It is an elevated formula, and I see that this is in a way for makeup artists. Of course it is for everybody, but I could see a bride wearing some. Again, I'm describing things just for the sake of it. You can if you are a bride, you can wear whatever, doesn't matter, but just for the sake of describing and creating an image, I could see a bride wearing something like this, something a bit more soft, more toned down, and I really like it, but like I said, it's not the most impressive blush out there. And then I think similar to the Makeup Forever one, it is the MAC formula. This is the Mineralize blush. Great blush, I love it, it is so stunning, and again, not powdery. I think, like I said, the higher end blushes are just a bit better. I'm happy that NYX did release the blushes, so at least we have some options at the drugstore, but mostly I do enjoy higher end blushes. This was everything. I hope this video was helpful. It was fun for me. If you liked it and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.